Always got to do this every episode. Make sure we're streaming proper.
He doesn't trust us. Nope, not at all. Nope.
My friends are a bunch of goons. They'll lie to me every time.
Because we plug up the computer and not half the battery died.
You're like 80 times past Ryan. Yeah, see?
There we are.
Thanks.
All right.
All right.
We are live, episode 13, season 2. There's a dog in the background. He wants to get on the show. Season 2, episode 13. We're here with Mike Pniewski? Pniewski. I said it right the first time.
You did.
Like, wow. All right. Like, for those who don't know, he's the county engineer. We're gonna dig deep into what he does for building the Glass City, which is awesome. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Oh, thanks for the invite. I've been looking forward to it since I saw you. I think you taped like the first episode while I was here at Ernest and was interested in what you did. And
yeah,
it's great. I'm a big fan of this type of stuff.
Yeah, you were here for I think there was some kind of fundraiser or something going on here, and you just walked up with seeing the bottle lineup oh, what are we doing here? I like hot sauce.
Sure do.
I was like, what do you do? And he just told me, and I was like, oh, let's get you on the show. This will be a lot of fun. Just like everybody else anyway. So we're here live at Ernest Brew Works, downtown, just like we are almost every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, for Sample the Heat. One of the better brewing companies here in Toledo. I voted them Best of Toledo today. All the nominations went up.
The best.
You can.
You're best dressed. I'm going to be the best dressed.
Yes, I'm
Best.
nominated as Best Dressed Male, and you can go vote for me there every day. You got to vote just one vote. I appreciate your one vote, but you got to vote. Push your people through.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
We're enjoying some Stubborn Brothers wings.
Yeah.
They're up for a couple nominations as well.
Excellent place to eat.
Best pizza, in my opinion, it's best pizza, and I voted them as well. There's jokers in the green room. There's jokers in the green room. But come down to Ernest and enjoy a pint. Come see us on Tuesday. Next week is my last episode of the year. So we'll take a break, let everybody chill out for the holidays. But that doesn't mean you need to break from voting Best of Toledo. We need your support. So. Well, let's get this party started. You ready for this? You excited?
I'm ready.
You good with hot sauce?
I know you are. I'm definitely.
This guy brought. We got samples.
I did.
This stuff looks wild. He said ghost peppers and reapers. So this is gonna get off the chain. So I included a bunch of local sauces here from. We've got Angry Irishman out of Bowling Green. I consider them local. Josh Wagey from Smashing Toledo made this one out of. His garden. We got
Sounds great.
Fee's Fusion. He makes a very unique hot sauce out of apple butter, which is really cool.
That's cool.
Skeet's Heat. I can't remember what was this guy's name.
Corey.
Dropped this off a couple episodes ago. He came in with a whole bundle of stuff. This was made with white reapers and some peach bonnets or something. This stuff is crazy.
Great.
We got another one from Angry Irishman as well towards the end. It's called Why, because I think you're going to ask yourself why after that one. I don't know. And then we got the usual suspects at the end, right? So we're going to start with some Angry Irishman.
All right.
Delicious. It's a dill pickle hot sauce.
Excellent.
Very little heat. Delicious though.
Sometimes it's better to get the good dill. You get the little bit of heat behind you, and it just really complements what you have really nice.
And that's why Tony Pacco's pickles work so well.
They do.
Right?
Yeah,
they're right here downtown too.
Nothing better than pickles and you get the wax peppers. That's a really good dill flavor.
Yeah. Very tasty.
A little bit of heat off the back.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, you're county engineer.
I am.
Right here in Toledo.
Yep.
But you're not from Toledo.
I'm not.
Troy, Michigan, right?
I am. Yep. Born and raised in the suburbs of Detroit.
What goes on in Troy?
Not much.
Not much?
End of story.
What's Troy famous for? If I drive to Troy right now, what should I do?
Well, they have a big ass mall there called Somerset. So if you you like the Somerset Mall is in Troy.
Hugo Boss, right there. Somerset. Very dangerous for my bank account.
It is very dangerous for your bank account, I will admit.
It is. I'm sure the ladies know about Somerset. I'm sure I know a few girls out there that make a pilgrimage to Somerset, whether it's shoes, clothes, jewelry, whatever. Somerset is pretty fantastic. And what's unique, like, aren't they on like two different sides of the street? Like, isn't Somerset? Yeah. So you can like.
Yeah, the old mall when I grew up was on the south side of the street, and that's like they used to call it the rich side, because that has like Saks and Cartier and Louis Vuitton and all the super rich stuff. And then the north side they built like when I was in high school, and they built a bridge between them, and that's kind of like you had like Hudson's, which is now Macy's, and Nordstrom's, and it's not like the Rodeo Drive type stuff, but it's really nice.
They got good restaurants out in Troy. Like, is there one that like you would recommend? Because if you go shopping, you got to eat too. Like,
that's true. There's a couple good restaurants, but one thing about Troy is that it's very cosmopolitan. There's a lot of ethnicities that went into Troy. So when I grew up in high school, it was very diverse. So there's a lot of good Indian food, a lot of good Korean food. I'm Polish, so there's the Polish Cultural Center's there, and they have an outstanding Polish restaurant there.
Ooh, down. I'm down.
So there's a lot of good ethnic restaurants in Troy.
That's good to know. Like I said, you after a long day of shopping, or maybe you need a break in between, like you go check out one of these places out, and it sounds like it's like a whole lot of local goodness. So awesome, like straight out of Troy. All right, let's move on to the next sauce.
All right.
Too. I picked this one up. I took a little trip to Ann Arbor yesterday. A little.
Wheat.
Green. No, I did.
Did you go to Poncheros while you were there?
No. It was a quick trip, so we went for a couple specifics. So we stopped at Trader Joe's, and then we went to Zingerman's Deli.
Everyone goes to Zingerman's.
Got to go to Zingerman's Deli. Like, you could literally walk into Zingerman's Deli and taste everything and not buy a darn thing and walk out. That's poor business. But like, I got a really good BLT sandwich with extra bacon on it, which was fantastic. The bacon tasted like it came straight out the smoker. It was so good.
Probably because it did.
It probably did. I mean, when you look at their menu, there's like 6 different bacons you can order. Like, I'm just looking at it, it's like bacon, and I'm like, oh, I'm in heaven.
I went to Michigan, so I lived in Ann Arbor for 6 years, and there's nothing beats the classic pastrami on rye at Zingerman's.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Like,
pastrami Reuben, pastrami on rye. I mean, it is outstanding. I mean, you can't get anything better west of New York. I mean, it is.
That's awesome.
It is outstanding.
That's awesome. And then don't forget the $600 bottles of balsamic vinegar that come straight from Italy that are aged 24 years.
That is also true.
No, I did not buy any of that. Like, it's $600 and it's a little bottle like this big. It's you don't get like a bottle of vinegar. You get like a dropper of vinegar. Like,
the rumor when I was there is that you could get like $1,000 loaf of bread at Zingerman's. Bread.
$1,000. You might be able to. The ham.
I don't know. I was a student, so I was too poor to take advantage of the $1,000 bread.
So the ham I bought yesterday was $288 a pound.
But they said that there was the $1,000 bread when I was there. You can go there and ask for the $1,000 bread.
Mental note.
I don't know.
I'm taking note of this. I'm going to ask about this $1,000 loaf of bread so I can put my $288 a pound ham on it and make just a most ridiculous sandwich ever. I'll share it with you guys when I do it. All right, so we got the Green Dragon. This Trader Joe's. If you see the Green Dragon, then you know that they make also, I don't know if it's called Red Dragon, but it's also their sriracha, which I hear is like fantastic.
The sriracha is pretty good.
I'm a huge fan of green sauce, and this does not disappoint. I had to taste it to know where to put it in the lineup, so I didn't blow anybody's face off early. That's so good. I wish I could make green sauce like that.
That is a good green sauce.
Right? I mean, bring me a taco. Somebody bring me a taco.
You know, it's a real good green sauce. If you go to Pancheros, they have green sauce called the Greenade, and that is also a very good green sauce.
Greenade. Sounds like you can just drink it. It's like lemonade, but it's Greenade. You drink it.
Where's Pancheros?
There's a couple of them. When I was in school, the main one is on South University, like right on the main kind of student drag where all the student restaurants are.
Yep.
And when I was in school is when Pancheros first came out. It was like maybe like the 4th or 5th or 6th Pancheros. And they had a burrito there called the El Gordo. And it was a 2-pound burrito. And it's perfect for a college student at 2:30 a.m. You know, when that would be there are 2 places in town where they would have a line down the street at 2:30. And Pancheros was one, and then there was a pizza place called the Back Room. That was the other, where you could get dollar slices. And I mean,
I say NYC PC up in Ann Arbor also was another one.
Wow. Pancheros. All right, so I've got to look up Pancheros. Next time I take a trip to Zingerman's, I can get a $1,000 loaf of bread and go get a 2-pound burrito. Like, so you went to school at Michigan.
I did.
So my grandfather graduated from University of Michigan. Grew up going to football games. There was like an 11-year period where I went to every Michigan home game in my life.
those were good times.
You're an engineer. Like, was that your main passion and study at U of M? I mean, that's what my grandfather graduated with 2 master's degrees and bachelor's degree from there, mathematics, civil engineering, and architectural engineering. That's where you go if that's what you're going to do. Like, but it's not easy to get in there, right?
It's not. It's even harder now than it is now.
Right. How'd you do that?
I mean, I was good in high school and studied hard, but I always wanted to go there growing up. And, you know, I was the type of kid that was attracted to math and science.
Same.
And
It's the only thing that's got truth to it, right? There's one answer.
that's right.
There's one answer. Well, to most math problems, there's one answer. And science, there's just one answer.
So I was good at math and science, and I was the typical kid. When I was growing up, I built like Lego cities and all sorts of stuff with blocks, and I was a kid, who wanted to figure out, why roads got potholes and stuff like that. So it was a natural fit.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into that here.
So I went there, and got my bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Michigan, and then I stayed for my master's too. So was there for 6 years.
Good stuff. Congratulations on that. That's absolutely amazing. And that was your main focus, right? Like, did you start somewhere? Like, most college students, they start undecided and then they kind of get serious. But it sounds like you were probably pretty serious from the get-go, right?
I mean, I was serious to be an engineer. When I started out, I was just like anything else, like a lot of kids when they're 17, 18 years old. They kind of follow the money, right? So they want to go to something that'll pay them well and do good things and
put the time in, might as well, right?
Yeah. So I started out in chemical engineering, is where I started out because at the time that was the engineering field that paid the most. But as I got through my classes and went through school about my second year, you come to the realization when you're starting to take those type of classes that the thing that I was really interested in. And the thing that I was always interested in from when I was a young boy was building things.
Yeah.
And so I went from chemical into civil engineering and never looked back.
Cool. Dope. Well, we're glad you're here. That's amazing. Let's go to bottle number 3.
All right.
The cool story behind this one. This is Forelli, right? This is made in Italy. Calabria peppers and balsamic vinegar and I kept seeing this hot sauce made for pizza through my Facebook feed, right? So we all know Facebook listens to your phone and you start talking about hot sauces, weird things show up. I start talking about Audis and Facebook's trying to sell me Audis. It's all crazy. So this popped up. So of course I buy it because I got some Italian in me and it sounded interesting, and it was made for pizza. And I've
really?
been going to, yeah, they say it's the first hot sauce made for pizza. I really think tiger sauce really was, but it's really good on pizza. But so I buy it, right? I take it immediately to Stubborn Brothers. It's right down the street from my house.
Yep.
And I'm going to try this on pizza. Hot damn, it's delicious, but where's the heat? There's no heat. It's so good, no heat. So Andrew Mancy starts seeing these Facebook posts of me sitting there with this hot sauce, and
Yeah.
apparently kids start coming in. When you getting your new hot sauce? When you getting your? He's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Everybody's showing him my Facebook feed, like this Forelli. He was like, so he goes online, he finds the online distributor, pays for Forelli, pays for like one bottle. This online distributor gets him a $300 credit. So he was like, this isn't real. He was like, no. He was like, buy 7 cases of it. Literally gets 7 cases of Forelli hot sauce like 4 weeks later for free for buying one $8 bottle of hot sauce.
Sweet.
So when you go to Stubborn Brothers, you can try the original Forelli hot sauce. So a month ago, 2 months ago, they released Extra Hot.
Oh, really?
Which isn't that hot because it's sitting number 3, right? But it's what Forelli hot sauce should be. So you buy it in a 3-pack, you get the original, the Extra Hot, and you get a truffle hot from them, which is also delicious.
Truffle hot? That
Truffle
sounds really
hot.
good.
It is really good. Everybody is like all hip on this truff sauce. It's better than truff. It's got a little bit more vinegar base than a sweet base. I think truff has got this weird sweetness to it where it doesn't make it so good on everything. This stuff, I can't wait to hear your opinion on this. Get a wing out here. Ooh. It's all right. You can be very liberal with that.
All right. Kind of like the green sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that stuff you can just paste green sauce on anything.
Anything.
It'll be good. I can definitely see why you'd want to put this on pizza.
Right?
Yeah. Kind of that nice tomatoey base that works well with pizza, but we have very vinegary.
I love it. It's not too hot. You can eat a ton of it.
All right, this would be really good on pizza.
Yeah. It's got good flavor. Like, it's not like overpowering vinegar. It doesn't have overpowering heat. So coming out of U of M, man, what do you think? What do you think of the football team this year?
They look pretty good.
Go blue!
They look pretty good. Go blue.
You think we can pull off another win against OSU this year?
I hope so, but
I
it
mean,
wouldn't surprise me if it didn't happen.
so, I mean, I was grateful for the win last year. It was well overdue considering what we used to do to them back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give OSU their credit though. I mean, they're a good team.
They're a very good team.
They're a good athletic department. Like they've definitely stepped up from being that redheaded stepchild to Michigan back in the 80s and 90s.
I mean, I like a lot of Michigan fans. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a rival, and we would like them to not be as good as us. But there's a lot of respect for Ohio State.
I'm not that angry rival person. Like I want to see a good game. Whoever wins or loses, like I just want to see a good game. I want to see it officiated correctly, and I just want like let the better team win, and I give you props. Like I'm not gonna quote unquote shit on anybody for that reason. Yeah, I have a couple quarrels with some good friends where we can talk some good-ish about it, but like I'm not going to sit here and bash them all over the Facebook. I mean, if you got a good team, you got a good team, and there's a reason for it, right?
They've had a good team for a long time, and Urban was a very good college football coach, and
Absolutely.
he knew how to recruit and he knew how to win, and it showed, and you can't take that away from them.
No, you can't. And I'm looking forward for the game this year. It is in the Horseshoe this year, not the Big House. That is not in our favor.
No, it's significant.
It is significant because I don't know if you've been to either stadium during that rivalry. Things are way more hectic in Columbus.
I've been to both stadiums. So when I was at Michigan, I was in the marching band.
Oh, sweet.
And so I was there at Ohio Stadium twice when Michigan was the better team, and they're both great atmospheres, but they are a lot more. I don't know how to say it, but angry or violent.
Yeah. Aggressive. There's aggressive passion.
Aggressive passion. Yes, that's very good.
Let's use that. Let's
Couches did you find on fire?
how many couches?
There wasn't a couch on fire, but I remember like when we were driving by on the bus, there was a car that was like painted maize and blue, and they were charging people $5 to basically bash it in with a sledgehammer.
Yes. This is before the internet, and I remember hearing about this, like fun stuff. What do you think about what happened with Michigan State last week. Did you hear about like that?
I
that
did.
Controversy,
I was
like,
at
after
that
the
game. All I have to say about it is it's extremely unfortunate.
Yeah. Seen
you
a couple
know-
videos, but I don't want to listen to them, like, because like that breaks my heart, because football doesn't need to be that, right?
Not at all.
Even on a pro level, like, it does not need to be. That's poor. That's beyond poor sportsmanship, right?
It really does go beyond poor sportsmanship. It goes to losing really what rivalry and what football really means.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be taken so seriously that it becomes violent off the field with either the players or the fans.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a game. So, and if you lose or whether you win, everyone gets to walk away and enjoy their life.
Right.
And it's just it's fun. It's a good diversion. I have fun at it. I have tons of family and friends that went to Michigan State and I have friends that went to Ohio State. End of the day, it's a game.
It's a game. It's a game. It needs to be fun, right?
Yep.
It needs to be fun, and that takes the fun out of it. And shame on anybody involved in that or whatever caused it. Like, I don't want to point any fingers, but I'm sure a lot of you have seen the videos and understand. So, like, whatever. Go blue.
Go blue.
All right, let's go on to bottle number 4. This was made by my good buddy Josh Wagey.
All right.
He owns SmashingToledo.com. He sponsors the show.
Great.
If anybody local is having a hard time trying to find and decide something to eat, like, they support everything local. You can go on SmashingToledo.com. You can pick a region that you live in Toledo. You can pick a genre of food that you want. They're going to recommend. They've got it all right there. They do some great. They do some great reviews on restaurants. They never give a bad review if they have a bad experience. We're just not going to review it. We'll come back to it later and let's try to have a good review. They got tons of merch, Smashing Toledo t-shirts and hats and like all kinds of fun stuff. Support them. I think they are one of the best food outlets supporting local on the market. And I appreciate you guys for supporting the show. This is called Apple of His All-Seeing Eye, JT's Chili Sauce. JT's his son. Shout out to JT. Most amazing little break dancer. He wants to grow up to be one of those, what do you call them? Jabberwockies.
Jabberwockies?
He wants to be a Jabberwocky. There's like a 4-year-old
Awesome.
kid who wants to be a Jabberwocky. It's the creepiest shit you've ever seen in your life. He runs around the house with this white face mask on. Like, I posted it. It's like my most viewed. It's my most viewed Instagram video of him breaking it down. It gives me goosebumps every time I watch it, almost a tear to the eye, because it's amazing. But like, Adam's girlfriend posted, "This is what nightmares are made of," and I kind of understand that because I hit Josh up. I was like, "What's with the creepy kid running around with the white face mask?" So I show up to his house with a bottle of bourbon. We sit down. He kicks on a Jabberwocky video. No, it's like kicking on a light switch. This kid runs, grabs his white Jabberwocky mask, and he comes out and he's like popping and locking and doing. I'm like, kids want to be Bob the Builder and all this crazy. He wants to be a. The next day, Josh is like, I'm rushing him to the hospital because he tried to do a backflip off the couch like a Jabberwocky. Like, the kid's intense. He's devoted. So I asked him today. I was like, so did he go as a Jabberwocky for Halloween? He's like, no, that's serious. He went Star Wars.
Oh, he didn't want to do it for Halloween?
That's not Halloween. That's serious. We're doing Star Wars. And I was like, all right, I understand. That's devotion.
What Star Wars did he do?
What did he do? I pulled it up. I can't remember what he did.
Was he Boba Fett?
No, I don't know if he was Boba Fett or if he was. He definitely. If it was a stormtrooper, I would have.
Stormtrooper? Probably not Stormtrooper.
I don't know. It was definitely Star
Jedi?
Wars.
That's easy. That's an easy costume.
That's an easy costume. But it was cute nonetheless. Like, love you, JT. Love you, Josh. Like, this sauce is great, especially since everything's grown right here in Toledo.
Hey, one thing,
Stormtrooper.
He was a stormtrooper.
Huh.
Because Josh stole his mask temporarily and he gets mad at him.
So my wife and I, we moved here about 12 years ago, and we've lived around the country. I've lived a lot of places, been around the world. I think a lot of people cease to understand what a great place that we live in. And there's great places to live. There's great places to eat. There's great places to do, great things to do. And, so much is here. And a lot of people who are from here, tend to discount what we have. We have a lot.
We do. And we got we got a great community and great local support, which is really hard to get.
This is really good.
Isn't that delicious?
Yeah.
Got a little heat there.
A little bit, but it is very good.
Got some sweet. Like, that's amazing. So, so, I mean, is the county engineer what brought you to Toledo? I mean, is that the job that brought you to Toledo?
No, actually, my wife and I, we came here from Phoenix, and the job that brought me here is the Great Recession happened, and the company that I worked for was shutting down my office in Phoenix, and they offered to send my wife and I overseas, and we decided to see if there's anything here in the U.S. that would be cool, and a friend of mine sent me an advertisement to basically be the program manager for the Army Corps of Engineers for this area. So I applied for it and interviewed for it and got it. So we ended up here in Toledo.
Awesome. How long? You said 12 years?
12 years.
12
And
years.
It was our intention, that because we're from Detroit, Detroit area. And
So that brings you closer to home,
it does.
right?
Bring us real close to home.
Makes it real hard not to accept
And
the job.
it was a great decision, and I'll never look back. I mean, this is home, and
how
we
long
love
have
it here.
And then did you go right from that to the county
Yep.
engineer? So how long have you been county engineer?
I've been county engineer for 3 years, and then I was the deputy 2 years before that.
Oh, perfect. Like, awesome. Congratulations on that.
That was really good.
That's good, right? Josh, sell this stuff.
Yeah, it's really sweet going in, but it's got a lot of heat on the back.
It does. Really kicks in on the late note. You get a lot of that. There's got to be apple in this because I thought I got apple right up front.
It did. I mean, it is really sweet.
It is. But like that heat on the back end like balances that out perfectly. Like, fantastic. I need to figure out, like, I was gonna put my sauce on the show, but mine's a little more thicker. It is good. It is. I caramelized balsamic vinegar and used. It is almost a steak sauce.
What do you use for the heat?
This year I grew habaneros and jalapenos, and my cayennes like only produced a few, but there was a few cayennes in there, and I roasted them all, put them in with. I grew purple bell peppers. And then the only thing, like, I went to the store and bought, crap load of garlic, shallots, and tomatillos, and put it in it. And it's fantastic, but it's not a sauce consistency. It's still kind of
It's thick.
It's still kind of chunky. Yeah, it's in a squirt bottle, so when you put it, it squirts out in a line. You know what I mean? It doesn't
That's good.
Ooze all over the place. So I'm still trying to figure out my sauce game, but Josh nailed it on this one.
Yeah, very good.
So moving on to 5, we're halfway through. Fee's Fusion. This guy made this
Thank you.
version of his sauce specifically for the show. So you can't, not yet. You can't buy this from Fee's.
Can you buy it here in town?
You can.
His different sauces though, right?
So he's got a smoked, he's got a mild, he's got a spicy. It's not this spicy. This is flaming hot.
He's got a honey mustard.
He's got a honey mustard that will blow your mind.
Where
made
does
from
he,
apple butter.
Where does he sell it at?
So he's usually at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
I found his at.
There's also a place in the mall, a Franklin Park, that deals with local stuff.
He's got bottles there.
Like Sodders, they have it. They do have a lot of local stuff.
I'm not sure.
Sodders or not.
And then what's Toledo's like
But it is like
veggie market? What's up on Secor and Alexis or whatever?
Monettes.
Oh, Manette's.
Monette's.
Yeah.
He's got his stuff up.
Yeah,
up
they
at
have a lot of
Monette's,
local
too.
stuff at Manette's.
Yeah, you can get his stuff at Monette's as well. But I mean, he just blew it out the park at the Apple Butter Fest. Like, I mean, it's derived from apple butter, so it's very sweet. You could put this on a donut. You could frost it, and our whole thing is like we're gonna put this on like somebody make us donut holes. We're gonna put this on donuts, sell a flight of donut holes out of a food truck from mild hot to blow your face off, and we're gonna call them Fee's Nuts. So when you see that food truck come around, here comes Fee's Nuts. Well, anyway, I think it's $1 million idea. We're gonna lock it in. I don't know how soon, but whoa, the bottle likes it. Get this that I haven't used. Clean it up. All right. So anyway, Fee's Eric Thompson. Yep. All right. I wanted to make sure I knew it was Eric, and he does a great job. He's
Sophomore graduate.
Southview graduate. He's 100% local. I probably put way too much. I forgot how hot this sauce is. He's attempted to make his first one he made for me was here. The next one was here. This one, it's spicy,
Good.
but yeah, enjoy.
Oh, you weren't kidding about the apple butter.
Right? It's delicious.
Yeah, it is delicious.
Look at that heat kicks in.
It's like something you'd have like in, like North Carolina. You know, when you kind of get those kind of fruit vinegar-based fruit sauces.
There's the heat. Full mouth heat.
Yeah.
It's really good on pork.
Now this would be really good like on ribs. This would be a great rib sauce.
So let's dive into that county commissioner job that you got here. Like, what all does that entail?
My job?
Yeah. What do you, or county, I say commissioner, county
Engineer?
engineer. County engineer. That means you build stuff.
I do.
You help build the glass city.
I do. Yep. So, county engineer is an elected position, so you elect it every 4 years with the county commissioners.
We got an election coming up now.
I'm not on this one.
Okay, cool. So you can continue to be our county engineer.
Yep. So I'm in charge of roads and bridges in the unincorporated parts, so not in the city. And I'm also in charge of drainage. So in terms of storm drainage and those sort of things, we do that. Also in charge of kind of development. So we review development plans to make sure that to keep the public safe.
Okay.
But my biggest job is to try to find, funding so that we can keep our roads maintained and that we can keep our citizens safe. So like a lot of the roundabouts and stuff that we built, those are all safety funds that we've gotten to keep our roads a lot safer and to keep them moving.
But are they really safer?
They are.
No, they are if you know how to use them right. But, holy crap.
They're a lot safer.
There's so many people that like just that concept confuses them and like it's do you take in consideration it's going to take time for people to take a minute for people to get used to using them and then they become safer or like
No, I mean they're safer right off the bat.
and I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm trust me. Not yet anyway. Not yet. Double roundabout.
Yeah, we did that. Actually, there's 4 of them on Dorr Street.
There are.
There's right up the expressway. It's the double.
It is.
Well, you know what's safer about that is no one's coming back at you, right? So you can just do this number, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to.
It slows you down, it directs traffic, and different parts of the exits and everything.
That's
It
correct.
moves traffic a lot faster, in my opinion. I like them.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing about a roundabout is it eliminates 2 types of crashes that cause death and serious injury. So they eliminate the head-to-head,
Yep.
and they eliminate the T-bone. And those are the 2 types of crashes that cause people serious injury. The other thing that roundabouts do is they force you to slow down. So a lot of accidents are because people are trying to rush the light. So they'll hit the gas trying to get through the light while somebody's making a left turn movement, and that's what causes serious injury and death.
All right. I agree 100%. Some of you drivers need to learn this.
No, I mean they are different, especially if you're older. It's a new type of intersection design, and they do take some getting used to.
I feel like it moves traffic more efficiently as well.
It does. It moves traffic a lot more efficiently.
You're not like stuck at a light for 3 minutes and waiting
Correct.
for the change and like
So-
all this. You just kind of move as needed. Like,
Yeah, lights are timed. The way lights are timed and set and programmed are for the peak hour.
Right.
Well, the thing is, the peak hour is 1 hour out of 24 hours. So the rest of the 23 hours, that intersection is naturally inefficient. Because what it does is it forces people to sit when they really don't need to sit.
Right.
Because a lot of times you're sitting there and there's no traffic coming the other way. And that wastes time, that wastes gas, that wastes a lot of things for most of the day. People can get around in a roundabout and just keep moving.
Yeah.
Because the traffic doesn't really cause you to have any issues.
again, I love them. I love them. Put them all over the place. Get rid of traffic lights. Let's just be a full traffic circle community. Like I'm in it.
That was really good.
Right?
That was good.
Go get some. Like so
Actually, go tell Eric you want that sauce. Maybe eventually it'll hit the market.
yeah. So we were talking about we were going to put a Sample the Heat logo on this specific flavor because it is so much hotter than the rest of them, and kind of do like a little co-op thing on it. But like, he really knocked it out the park on this one. It's a great balance, right?
Yeah,
I still got that lingering heat, but
that right there, it is. That is a great rib sauce.
yep. Eric, let's do this. Maybe we just do a small batch release. Let's do a small batch release like they do bourbons. Like, I don't know. It's
I would take that home today. That was really good.
yeah. Eric, can you chime in, Eric? I hope. God,
I've not seen him show up that he's watching.
text him. You got his number? I know you got his number. Text him. I might send you home with that one today.
That'd be great.
So, moving right along, we got Skeet's Heat. This is a brand new. This guy just showed up out of the blue like 2 weeks ago with some hot sauces. He grows a ton. It's my little co-producer, Adam Weiss here. My little co-producer. He's my younger co-producer.
He doesn't look little to me.
Well,
You're not little.
I'm older than him by a lot.
Not that older.
I am. I'm a lot older than him. So he invited this guy down because he's seen him online, and like he just grows a ton of peppers, and one of them being a white reaper or white scorpion. I can't remember. Like what'd you say his name? Corey. Corey, put some more information on your bottles. I know you're just starting off. This is fantastic. This one hurts. He grew a white reaper. It was like a straight white pepper, and I want to grow this. Like that's why I grow purple bell peppers. Like it's weird to see a purple bell pepper. You see red, green, yellow.
Yeah.
You don't see a purple one.
Yeah, I get a farm share and I get purple bell peppers all the time.
Do you? Now, when you get purple bell peppers, when you cut them open, are they purple inside?
Yeah, they look really nice.
I'm jealous because mine were bright green on the inside, and if I let them over ripen, they just started turning red.
Oh, really? Well, that'll happen when any tiny pepper will turn red.
Yeah, I had a couple jalapenos turn red this year too, which were really cool. You have a whole green pepper tree, and then you got that one red one sitting in the
The
back.
thing is, the red one, if you let it keep going, it'll have a little bit different flavor
Yeah.
than it will with the fresh green.
All right. Well, this year was my first year. I live in a condo. I don't have I have to pot everything, right? And I've got very limited space. So this is the first year I did it, and I was pretty successful enough to make a sauce. But this stuff is really good. He calls it Peaches and Scream. Peaches was another name of a pepper, according to Adam, and there's not peaches in this, but it's a vinegar-based sauce. Got me a wing here. Whoa, that one's big.
No, they're big wings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a flat for this one.
It's real runny.
It is real runny.
Oh, was it? Maybe I
It
need
is.
something a little bit nooks and crannies in it.
Just give you the heads up, it's runny. And at this point is why I warn everybody, careful around your eyes.
Yeah. You can smell it here. This is where things turn up quite a bit, but it is still good. My mouth's already watering. I know what I'm about to eat. Right.
This sauce is so good.
So good. And again, Corey, I thank you for giving this sauce. We're gonna put out as many episodes as possible. Keep bringing. Shit. Here you go.
I gotta find the place to get the nooks and crannies so it stays, right?
I'm just trying to glaze that wing with this. Get a nice coverage.
There we go. I think that works.
Now's when we need the little potato juice and cook it right.
Flavor is so good. It's very garlicky.
Yeah,
Very
lots
good.
of garlic, very vinegary. Yeah, lots of garlic and vinegar.
It's right amount of sweetness on that too to balance things out. There's that organic thing going on in the back. Like I like this a lot.
It is very good.
Another local Toledo-based sauce that I hope starts hitting the markets, like at the Erie Street and whatnot. Corey, you do a fabulous job. He's starting to hit me a little bit. I took last week off, so my tolerance went down a little bit.
That has a really good, it's a very good garlic flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can definitely feel the heat.
Yeah, that heat.
And
is
it's
no
not
joke.
like a delayed heat like the apple butter one.
Right.
I mean, it's
That,
pretty.
that apple
it's
bar
pretty
waits till
immediate.
it coats your whole mouth, right?
It does.
This one's like pow.
Very, very upfront.
It's like the shotgun of sauces. It's boom. right
But
now.
but you really don't feel it as much because the garlic and the vinegar kind of balance it out.
Yep.
So
Yep.
very
Absolutely.
good.
That fantastic job. He gave me a barbecue sauce that I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to do.
Barbecue sauce ready.
Adam already killed his barbecue sauce. It's fantastic. He says it wasn't.
And the salsa also.
I don't think I got the salsa. So, but anyway, I'm excited to try more stuff from Corey here in Skeet's Heat, and I can't wait to see some more product from him. This is great. So, someone had asked me before you got here, is that orange cone becoming the new state flower? Considering it buds and blooms here towards spring, late spring, and then carries on through the summer.
I got to tell you that, the way the nature of roads, you'll never stop fixing them. You'll never stop needing to do stuff with them. But that's the nature of roads, right? I mean, we never have enough money to fix everything at once, so you can basically fix everything at once, and then you're waiting like 15, 20 years before you have to fix everything again. I mean, our infrastructure wasn't built at the same time, so it isn't, repaired at the same time. So
Right.
you're always having to fix something. So you'll always have the orange barrels. You'll always have the cones. They are ever present.
One
And,
thing I've
always will be.
started to notice a little more recently, and I could be wrong, but I've started to notice this. We've kind of started taking Chicago's approach to fixing their roads, where we're starting to do it at off-peak hours a little more. We start seeing it a little later at night, a little earlier in the morning when there's less traffic. Was that something that was just recently done?
Yeah, ODOT is very cognizant, and we are as well. But for the busier roads, for the Ohio Department of Transportation, they're trying to do a lot of their paving and a lot of their operations at night. And the reason for that is it's safer, right? There's just not as much traffic, and it's easier to be able to take a lane. It's easier to for people to basically get over and merge over. You see more and more people nowadays, because they have to merge over, they get mad, and they start doing things that are unsafe. And
They're in a hurry. Get out of
they're
my
in a
way.
hurry.
I don't want to slow down to 50.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact of the matter is in reality, you might be slowed down an additional 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Is being slowed down an actual 30 seconds or a minute worth somebody's life? And our road workers are out there every day, and every day they put their lives on the line. And it is one of the most dangerous jobs that people have for a reason. And for most reasons, if people just pay attention and just slow down and realize that, being late a minute or two really isn't putting somebody's life in jeopardy.
No, it's not. And, I mean, come on, let's be responsible. Just leave the house 5-10 minutes early. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I show up to work 15 minutes early every day. I can't figure out why people show up to work 15 minutes late every day.
The thing is with Waze, I mean, it's really easy to get to where you need to go to and know where you're going and
Absolutely.
and find an additional route that takes you out of harm's way.
Yeah, absolutely. When are you guys going to tighten up this stuff next to the casino? My casino people are going to appreciate this. Holy
Next year.
Next year?
Next year.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you didn't say 3 years from now.
Nope.
Next year.
Next year will be done.
I'm about this because I see the progression, right? And I see what its potential is. I'm just let's pull them cones. Let's go.
What a lot of people don't realize is that we literally rebuilt our entire freeway system over a decade.
We did.
It was over probably about $1.5 to $2 billion in investment.
I was just going to ask, what's a budget doing this like? What is it?
I mean, and it basically to rebuild our freeway system from the state line all the way down past Bowling Green was about $2 billion.
Woo!
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I mean, it took a decade, but we have a much better, safer freeway system as a result.
At least we did the big dig like Boston.
Yeah, I was in the Boston Big Dig. That was a lot more money than this was.
I was going to school then at the time.
I'm sure. And did it I don't know, did it take this long because of avenues to produce the money for the budget,
Right.
or was it just because of the road work takes that long?
No, it all comes down to money.
All right. Yeah.
So, there's only so much money available every year. across the nation and it's just in Ohio, and they try to spread it out. So we were lucky enough to get really good priority and to get our freeway system largely rebuilt before a lot of other places.
No, and we appreciate it. Like, as much as a pain in the ass it is for everybody, and everybody thinks, like, in the end, we're gonna love it. We're gonna love it because we're kind of just restarting, right? Like, it's not like, oh, we're gonna make things better. We're restarting that whole avenue.
Yeah, that system will last us a good 30 years, if not more.
Right, and we can just do small repairs to it for the upkeep. So,
Correct.
What about the intercity stuff? Like I don't think it might just be me and not traveling as much, but like I don't see as much intercity construction this year.
Yeah, there's so the way that construction's done is based on funding, and honestly, a lot of stuff here in the central city has gotten a lot of money over the last 5 years.
Right.
Just so happens, just the way the funding works and where we place it, just this year is kind of a year off, and you'll have that. In future years, there'll be other projects where we're doing stuff all over the city. So.
Yeah. All right.
But we're like the county engineer's office applied for a large grant from the new bipartisan infrastructure legislation that just passed this year. If we're successful, it'll be up to $50 million for safety projects, here in Northwest Ohio. So if we get that, there'll be all types of bike lanes and
more roundabouts.
Roundabouts for pedestrians, for safety, and bike trails and all kinds of things.
Bike trails are sweet. That UT bike trail and that went in, that like runs right behind my condo. And
Yep.
I take advantage of it as much as I possibly can, whether it's rollerblading, biking, or just going for a walk. Like, it's like, I think that's cool. And the stretch that it does, it takes you to the park, it takes you to the university. Tons of people use it every day.
They do.
I don't know if if we lit it, would it be safe at night? Because I see people constantly trying to use it at night, even though they're not supposed to. But I don't know if lighting it, like a night golf course or something like that, would kind of increase its usage. But I appreciate that kind of stuff, which is cool. Before we get off the subject, whose bright idea was that off-ramp BS over in BG? Drive on the wrong side of the road, crisscross thing.
The diverging diamond?
In right in Perrysburg. It was right in Perrysburg by Love's Commons.
There's two more that are coming.
What? This thing scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, Central has a different one. That's called a single point union interchange, urban interchange. The one you're talking about is called a diverging diamond, and that does the same thing as a roundabout does. What it does is it takes away left turn movements, which is the movement that causes the most injuries and crashes, injuries and severe injuries and fatalities. So when you move on the other side of the road, what you're doing is
scaring the shit out of me.
what you're doing is you're making left turns like right turns,
right?
So you don't have to cross any traffic to make a left. So you every time you avoid crossing traffic is opportunity to save lives. So
we become British again. Yeah.
Cheerio.
It is, but it's, the other thing with it is that if you have an area that has a lot, you're basically increasing traffic. What that does is that actually will allow you to put in more traffic with the same laneage, because you're not worried about left turns.
No, and I do. As I'm getting more and more used to it, you don't have to stop you have to stop at the red light, but it's like a right turn on red, right? So, but you're going left,
Correct.
So it's it moves traffic. You're not stuck there if you don't want to be.
By the way, David Ludwig says that he only knows how to turn left.
Excellent.
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 Excellent. Only knows how to turn left. In circles with smoking tires, and loud as hell, with me in the car on Anthony Wayne Trail when we should have went to jail. But I appreciate that experience. Thank you, David. All right, let's move on to.
Was that Dave's Insanity?
No, we haven't got there yet.
Another local.
Another local out of BG.
That's my bad. I'll try better.
Yeah, take them racing slicks off. Let's have some fun, Dave. Duh. Put the bear back in the car. So this is Angry Irishman. He was responsible for the delicious from the beginning.
Yep.
So he has one that's called Why. because apparently you're supposed to ask why after eating this one. So we are getting hotter. Again, Angry Irishman out of Bowling Green. He's at the farmers market. He sells a bunch of cool stuff. He's got a Jamaican sweet pickle jerk sauce, which is really good. He's got a bunch of rubs. I've bought a ton of stuff from him. I've yet to use the rubs. I've used a few of his sauces. He's got a
Do you know, like, have you ever been to the Jamaican restaurant there on Central Avenue?
Central or the one on Bancroft?
No, it's on Central Avenue.
Central. No, I have not been to the one on Central.
Yeah, it's across from Food Town. Apparently, they have really good jerk chicken.
All right, done. Going.
Did they move?
Did they move over?
I think it's on Sylvania now.
Pennsylvania?
I think so.
Doesn't matter.
And I know which one you're talking about.
Still good.
And it's no longer there. It's now a dance studio.
Oh, is it?
So there's another Jamaican restaurant that just opened up where Door Street, or where Bernadette ends into Door Street over there by the university.
Oh, yeah, by the university. Yeah.
Oh, by the university. Okay.
Yeah.
In the, like, there's a carry out and then there's this little tiny.
That one's been there.
Okay.
That's been there a little while, I
I've been
think.
there for a long
Yeah.
time. Because I've gone to that one. They do really good oxtail.
Ooh.
Oxtail. I don't know if I'm into oxtail. I guess I gotta try it. You can't knock until you try it, right?
I've had pig's tails. Those are good, too.
All right, all right. I'm all about this jerk chicken place you're talking about. So, again, Angry Irishman out of Bowling Green. I mean, look at that. That's ugly.
You know you're good if you got the crust on the top.
I don't know if I shake it and it gets better.
I think it should.
Let's find out. Let's give it
While you're doing that, Krista Briggs, Beth says that I think I need to retake driver's training and learn the modern way of driving in the bigger city. I live in a town with 2 lanes. I would not know how to drive those roads.
Yeah, you
Yikes.
probably.
Oh.
I think they got like.
You'll figure it out.
I think in Adrian they got like one stoplight, maybe 2. Their carryouts or drive-throughs. Like you don't even get out of the car in that city. Like you just go around the block, go home, and you got everything you need, right? Adam, will you do me a favor? There's like stir sticks in the one bag. I just want to like knock this down a little bit because I don't think we were gonna
not
get
coming
that.
down?
It made it worse.
Oh, yeah.
Like. Thanks. It's like salsa at the tip.
Ooh.
That could,
It could be bad or good.
I mean, flavor, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can knock that down, get it mixed up a little bit more. Might just be the natures of the beast.
It makes you say why.
Is it still there? Let's just do it.
Oh, it's gonna pour. We're good. All right, Angry Irishman. Why? Bottle number 7.
Have you had this one before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've only done this once on the show.
Once?
Yeah. I've got quite a few of his sauces. I got like 120 bottles in my refrigerator.
Do you switch it up for the shows?
Yes, every show's just a little bit different. This one's a hell of a lot different.
Why is it a hell of a lot different?
I tried to put as. Do you need?
I think I need your stir stick.
There you go.
This one's got a lot more local sauces.
I wanted to make it a lot more local.
Good.
So some of these guys have come through in the last few episodes and dropped their stuff off, and I wanted to give them the spotlight.
Good. They deserve it
Yeah.
because they've been really good.
Right. Cheers to all you guys. Corey, Josh, Eric, Feast Fusion.
And whatever the Irishman's name is.
I keep forgetting. Angry Irishman. Keep being angry.
We gotta get him on the show.
You should get him on the
He
show.
wants to do the show. I don't think he's ever watched the show. But he's a busy dude. If you ever see his booth,
Is he Irish?
I feel like these should have switched.
I agree. That one had a lot more heat at the end.
Yeah.
Of course,
Well,
I've
this
not at
one's
the end
coming
yet.
now. This one's kind of late. Cool. Are you allowed to talk about some super secret projects that are coming to Toledo that we're gonna see soon?
There's no secrets. I mean, we know what we're going to build 6 years in advance. So
What's Toledo look like 6 years from now?
6 years from
Yeah,
now,
paint us a picture. Paint us a picture. Like, I love what downtown's looking like, right?
Absolutely.
We just redid the Seagate Center, which is not the Seagate Center anymore. It's like the Glass City Center, right? With the Hilton. I love what we did with Imagination Station downtown. It's got this Vegas shopping feel to it, even though it's for the kids, right? Like, we're bringing in a bunch of local restaurants, Balance Grills downtown. Like,
Yep.
downtown is booming, especially this street, right? So, paint me a picture. What are we seeing change within the next 6 years?
I think it's more of the same.
Just updating storefronts and building
Yeah,
fronts?
I think right now, I think there's a lot of good vibe for our area. I think, the last couple years, the city and the area has been mentioned as one of the great places for jobs and for attractiveness. I think a lot of people are attracted to our high quality of life and our low cost of living. A really interesting statistic I heard from realtor friends of mine is that during COVID and last year, about 20 to 25% of our housing sales were for people that were not from Toledo, that were not from here.
And that's during that hike of housing, right? Like, now I'm starting to watch the housing market crumble. I mean, houses I was looking that had been on the market for a year or less, like, some of them just go like this, but things are starting to drop. I saw a house that I favorited on Realtor.com the other day that dropped $25K.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's a sign of the recession and whatnot, but like, it's going to bring more people here. Like, you know what I mean? And everybody's looking for more work. Like, we need to hire. And this is,
It is.
bring them people in that are responsible, that are looking for a career, and hire them. Hire them.
Yeah, I think there's nothing. I think we're going to grow. I think there's a lot of potential to get some really top-notch projects that will generate a lot of jobs and good-paying jobs.
Yeah.
I know we're really going after a new battery plant here. GM just announced that they're going to be redoing and retooling the transmission plant to do electronic drive systems.
That's
The
dope.
hope is that'll bring a battery plant, and with Intel going in down in Central Ohio, it's really looking good that we're going to get a lot of good jobs here in Northwest Ohio. We have the land, we have the cost of living, we have the workforce that we can really charge ahead and really do good things here.
Right. And that's awesome, because we are looking toward, I think it's cool that we're changing for the future, right? All right, so, electric cars are the big thing. Let's change our plant to accommodate electric vehicles, so we can bring more electric vehicles to the market, save the economy, and drive the price of electric vehicles down, because they are expensive. But
They'll get cheaper as more and more people buy them and the
will.
technology gets better.
And
They'll
they
go down in
already are.
price. And they already are.
they already are.
Now I have to ask why.
Why? I get it. This is a different heat. This is like a stinging flavor right underneath the
is.
tongue, like right here. Like, it's not a whole mouth. Like, these two are whole mouth heats. This one's like, it targeted a specific area.
Like my Spanish teacher, when you have that type of heat, she always said to put salt underneath your tongue.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
So apparently capsaicin is your salt taste buds. So if you overwhelm your salt taste buds with salt, you'll kill the heat.
That explains why in Western restaurants you do salty chips.
Yep.
That makes sense. So you brought a few sauces. You brought a couple sauces.
I did. Well, they're the same sauce.
They're the same sauce?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to let you, so we'll do we got 3 sauces. Before we get to the bomb, because things are about to get stupid here. I don't know, do one side of the wing and save the other side of the wing for
that's
the
fine.
bomb. So a friend of yours has made a ghost pepper reaper sauce. So I
Yes.
feel like this is either going to sit here or it's going to sit here.
Yep.
I don't know. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Dish it out, my friend. And again, I've still got merch for sale. You can go to the website, you can go to my Facebook page and find the link. It's for sale on threadless.com. All proceeds to Threadless is going to get donated to a local charity that you're going to get to vote on later this month. So I got to get with Josh from Smashing Toledo, collect the data in there. If you haven't got a T-shirt, a beach towel, a hoodie, skateboard, whatever the heck you want to get with Sample the Heat on it, get it now, because we're going to be voting on that charity that I'm going to give a check to. the end of this month. So again, threadless.com. The link's on my Facebook page. So go get some fun stuff. Got the dasher on there and everything. Vinegar-based sauce, I assume?
It is.
All right. Smells good.
Oh. Save some that way.
Yeah, I gotta save some this way. Oh, that's tasty. Mm-hmm. That's real tasty.
Yeah. You got the he kind of hit you a little late.
Which, that's typical of your reapers and your ghosts. Yeah, I like that. They have that growing heat to them. Well, reapers have that thing that they hit you now,
Although Reapers hit you immediately.
and there's almost like they have that like metallic flavor, but I almost get like a little butter.
Oh, there's definitely butter in
There's
there.
butter in there.
Yep.
There's some more red pepper in there that I can't put my finger on. Like, that's good. That's a little different. And I like that a lot. I like that a lot. You said a buddy made this out of his own garden?
Yeah.
I assume? Yeah. Oh. We're all about the homemade sauces out of the Glass City today. This is awesome.
Might have some cayenne in it, I think.
There's definitely cayenne in there. Maybe that's the red pepper that I'm thinking of. Cayenne is just so flavorful when done right? Did he ferment this sauce? Do you know if he fermented?
I'll have to ask him.
Like some sauces are fermented, some aren't. Mine, I prefer them not fermented because they get a little funky. Sometimes that funk's good, sometimes that funk's bad. You just really got to know how to balance that. And I thank you for bringing the sauce. That is delicious. That is absolutely delicious.
It is a really good sauce.
I'm so focused on that, I forgot my question for this one. So you're a baseball fan too,
I am.
right? I heard you discussing with my co-producer over there, minor league stuff. I'm not a huge baseball fan. I like to go and watch them.
Mm-hmm.
And what I really like is the uniqueness of like minor league teams. There's a lot of them out there. They got
There
some
are.
fun names, and they make some fun jerseys, right?
They do.
Like you got like the Sod Poodles. You got
Chattanooga Lookouts. Chattanooga Lookouts.
yeah, Rancho Cucamonga chili burgers, like, which I think they only do that like once a year. They've got a different
The
name.
Dodgers normally.
Yeah, like there's like fun, and like these jerseys are great. Like, and I like a baseball jersey fit over like a lot of jerseys.
El Paso Chihuahuas have a great logo.
Or the Albuquerque Isotopes.
How good?
Yes.
Like fantastic. So what?
Durham Bulls, of course.
Yeah, Durham Bulls,
Durham
classic.
Bulls. What is your go-to? Who's your team?
So I grew up with the Detroit Tigers. I'm a Tigers fan. I remember going to Tiger Stadium as a kid and, going down and sitting on first base line. And the thing about Tiger Stadium is like you're like right on top of the action. Like the distance between first base and the first row might have been 15 feet.
Right.
And I remember sitting like maybe like 3 or 4 rows off the first base line, and you could hear like the first baseman like talk. Like you could hear the conversation between the first baseman and the person who was on base, or the coach on the other side. And
I remember that stadium. There wasn't a whole lot of foul territory.
there is not.
You were there.
Yeah. So when I was so I used to work for a firm that worked for the city of Detroit, and one of the jobs that we had before they tore down Old Tiger Stadium is they did a 3D laser scan of the entirety of Tiger Stadium for the Hall of Fame, so that they would always be able to do a 3D mock-up of Tiger Stadium for people forever. So you'd have the exact way it looked, the last day it was open.
That's cool. Technology today, like, just do some cool stuff. Like, that's absolutely cool. And they use that technology to do all kinds of things. I mean, have you seen that company that does like the 3D laser renderings of those stadiums, and then they carve them into a coffee table and glass top? And like, those are sweet. Like
3D printing and CNC machine. It's amazing what you do with technology today.
it's so cool. Like, you imagine if we took I need that Back to the Future car. We can go back to like 1980 with some of this technology. We'd be billionaires.
We would.
Billionaires in the 80s. There'd be movies written about us. So, all right, so here we go. Infamous sauce number 8, the bomb. You ever had
The
this?
bomb?
Have you ever had this?
I might have. I've had that.
I mean, there's no might. You've either had it or you didn't. Like, you know, if you put this in your mouth.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, I.
40 episodes, this bottle should have been gone.
In all fairness, we do have 2 different versions. and
We
have
do.
switched.
There's been a few episodes where we use the bomb evolution. It was made because the one site only sells stuff with all natural ingredients. Apparently this, like, if you distill and pull the capsaicin out, it's not any longer considered an all natural ingredient.
No.
So it's been chemically extracted
Yeah, why would you do that?
to make it taste like shit. Like, this is awful. This is like, so we're about to
So
die.
that's the non all natural one?
This is the original Bomb Beyond Insanity.
Okay.
It's not the evolution. So that's like needed something from them that they could sell to keep up with the hot sauces from the other show that I totally ripped off.
Yes.
Anyway,
You shall not be named.
he shall not be named. So I don't get cease and desist. I think my show's a little different. I think my show's different enough and for a better cause, and I think he'll leave me alone.
It is different.
It is. I'm not doing celebrities. Just
No.
right,
Local,
here
good local people.
good local
I'm
people.
not a celebrity. I'm a local people.
Local people.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Let's go.
Ready?
Oh,
Yeah, I hit you like a board.
yeah. All right. I do it every weekend.
Never gets better.
No.
Would you say about chemical taste?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like burnt rubber and licking the ashtray of a cigar,
Yeah.
or maybe burnt diesel fluid.
Construction.
Tastes like, yeah. Tastes like licking an orange cone that's been out in the street for 4 years.
That is a very chemical taste.
It's
You licked a roundabout.
I mean, the thing of it is, I mean, if you're going to have a good sauce, I mean, you want the heat, but you also want it to not taste like,
that.
yeah.
Right? Like who like made this and was like, yeah, let's put this in a bottle and sell it. We'll sell it because it tastes bad. And it's probably why people buy it. They're like, have you had this nasty ass sauce? I mean, I've got it on mine, on my show, every freaking week.
Every week.
I joked earlier about like when this bottle's gone, I'm going to replace it with something just as hot, just better tasting. And everybody's like, no, you can't do that. Everybody got mad. I'm like,
I would totally replace it with something better tasting.
yeah. I'm ultra salivating right now. Like it's just like it's pouring like in my mouth. Did you go get me a milkshake? Oh my god.
I'm almost willing to take the chocolate silk just to get that chemical taste out of it.
I'm with you on that. Let's go. Cheers.
Thing is, it's not the heat.
No, it just tastes bad.
It just tastes bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's garbage fire. What does Mike do for fun in your pastime when we're not doing engineering?
Oh,
Besides going to sporting events.
I teach.
You teach, yes, you teach. What do you teach?
I teach civil engineering and land surveying classes at the university. So I do that at night for fun.
You did that before you came down here, right?
I did. I've been teaching since I was at Michigan, so I've been teaching for almost 25 years.
Wow.
Off and on.
How old are you?
I'm pushing 50.
I mean, I'm pushing 52. 76?
Earlier, 74.
All right. So he teaches down at UT. This is a very smart individual. Engineering degree out of U of M, teaches over at UT. Tries to hold our city together and build it. Like, I'm taking this sauce hot right now. Wow.
The heat's there. I still get the taste.
I don't have the taste. I just got this. This is what I get for taking a week off. Like, nose is going nuts. Like,
The nose is definitely going nuts.
I already know the next two questions are easy. They're the same on every show. At least this season.
I might need another beer.
What were you drinking?
Well, I was drinking the experimental.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's move on.
All right.
While everything's hot, I got an extra wing.
Sweet.
There's 4 wings left in my.
Oh, I only got 2. You're lucky.
Stubborn Brothers might just hook me up. Like I'm there every week. All right, we got Dave's Ghost Pepper Nagajoka hot sauce. This ain't fun either. Yeah. Clearing sinuses today. What chicken did they get this off of? Like,
That looks like a thigh.
yeah, it's meaty.
Meaty.
I know. Oh, shit. We're already in. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Wing 1 or wing 2.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
This ain't the greatest tasting sauce either.
Nope.
Better than the last one though.
You bet. That last one was total complete garbage.
Yeah. Move out of Toledo. Go to the moon. Go to another planet. What food, local food, brings you back to Toledo at least once a year that you have to have?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's a hard one.
It is.
It's hard to pick one, but I mean, tell me a couple.
I like Fifth Street Pizza. That's really good.
All right.
I like QQ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the C-Course?
Yep. That place is pretty incredible.
I wish you could dine in, but I'm good with it to go. QQ, bring back the twice cooked pork. I'm telling you, it's the best dish.
That's really good. Yeah. The pho place over on Upton.
Yeah. Yep. It looks like it's in someone's house.
It is, but it's incredible.
It's nuts. Yeah, that pho place is legit.
It is. I'm looking forward. I haven't had the ramen that's over
Next
here, the new ramen place.
That's our Tuesday joint.
I hear it's
Except
very
skip
good.
it. Yeah, it's good.
I mean, I've been to Japan. I mean, I've been told it's equivalent. It's very close.
It's good. I mean, real simple. Get you in and out. Within 5 minutes of you ordering, you got a bowl of noodles in front of you, like, which is fantastic. But get there early. On a Saturday, I go there to get lunch. I'm fortunate enough to get to go from there. There's totaling parties. 59 people on the wait list by noon.
Oh, yeah.
On a Saturday.
One of the places I hear is legit is Mediterranean food is legit here in Toledo. Whether you're talking about Sedan or Beirut or Grape Leaf or
Beirut. Okay, so they all have their like one thing that they do good, right?
Yep.
Not that like everything else is bad on the menu, but there's that one thing that they do good, right? Sedan is their hummus. I'm in walking distance of Sedan, right? Their hummus is unbelievable, in my opinion.
I love their bread too.
And their bread, their
fresh.
naan, yeah, their naan is like
Yep.
top tier. And if you go in their grocery store, some of their desserts are fantastic too. They do these pistachio lady fingers, like they're just to die for. Beirut, it's all about the grape leaf.
Yep.
Ain't nobody in town do a grape leaf like Beirut.
Their kibbe's good too.
Their kibbe's good?
All about the beef tips and hummus also.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Sedan beats them on the hummus.
It's a combination of beef tips with
Yeah, okay.
They have really good kibbe.
And then you got Musa, who just opened up Souk downtown like a
Yep.
couple years ago, Now that takes Mediterranean and puts it on like, and like levels it up, right? Puts it on like a higher end restaurant level, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, you can go there and get a gyro, but it's not your normal gyro. It's a lamb shank braised, a braised lamb shank gyro, right? Like, he puts it on another level, like, and again, fantastic. Like, they're all fantastic. They all do like that one thing great, like, and they're all good to go to by in their own right. Like, the Mediterranean is legit here for sure. Oh. All right, last wing.
Last wing.
Remind me not to take a week off of this anymore. I need to keep my tolerance. Wicked Reaper. We're touching 2.5 million Scoville units here. Do you know what police pepper spray is?
No.
Double this, 5.5.
So I'm eating a half pepper spray?
Yeah, yeah. You take 2 bites, it's probably the equivalent of getting pepper sprayed in the mouth. Here we go. I've only got one sauce in the fridge I think I've only got one sauce in the fridge. Well,
That's pretty deadly.
oh, fuck it. You only live once. And today I might expire. I only got one sauce in the fridge that's hotter than this, and it came from Josh from Smash Chantilly. He brought it from me from Pepper Palace in Sarasota, Florida. It's called Flatlight. It's 7 million Scoville units. It's supposed to be the third hottest sauce in the world. It comes in a bottle this big, and you have to sign a release form.
Whoa.
Yeah, you got the hiccups. Here they come. Well, cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
You've done it. While you eat this wing, I need you to do a call out. Who would you like to see do Sample the Heat?
Ooh.
I've been dying to ask you this question.
Oh. Huh. Honestly, someone I think would be a great guest and be a good sport and do good for it is a lady who's running for commissioner next week, Lisa Sebecki.
Lisa Sebecki? Mm-hmm. She's running for county commissioner?
She is.
You think she would have fun doing this, huh?
She's a riot.
Oh!
It's too bad we couldn't get her before the election.
Well, Lisa Sebecki, you've been called out by Mike Pniewski.
Do a Monday show since Tuesday's election day.
Pass my contact information over to her. If you
I will.
would. Next week is our last episode for the season. We're going to break for the holidays. I'll probably do like just a little holiday spoiler. Maybe I'll do the one chip challenge or something. Just remind you that we're still here and we still love you. And we're going to kick back off somewhere mid-January for season 3. It's going to be bigger, better. I'm going to try to speed things up so these shows aren't like an hour long, so you don't have to sit here and waste like.
We're at an hour and a half.
Well,
It was fun.
yeah. Did you have fun?
You were interesting.
It was a lot of fun.
It was great, and I appreciate you for coming to do this. Can't wait to see if Lisa comes back for season 3. We've got some fun stuff planned for season 3. We got some radio superstars. We got some band members. We've got some fun stuff planned. So come back, come visit, come have a pint with us on November 8th.
Please.
Right here as we finish off season 2, and cheers to the holidays. So. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Carl says
A lot of fun.
Motorsports wants to come back.
We'll bring Hidden Motorsports back. We got to do donuts, man. Let's do donuts and.
All right.
Yes. Wonderful.
Excellent.
And yeah, just to let you know, I'll make this public on Facebook right after we quit. And then you can share it, and all your people on Facebook will be able to see
Sounds
it.
great.
And then we have the used to. Don't forget to buy Sample the Heat merch. It goes to a local good cause. Come on. And then vote. Go to ToledoCityPaper.com and vote your best. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but we'll see you next week.